Ladies, gentlemen, esteemed non-binaries or thimperers if you prefer, and furs. Trashkin all, good evening and welcome to Trashbear Gaming. I'm your humble host, Rasp Trashbear, and today we're getting back into Alan Wake. So, last time on Alan Wake...
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I
found like
found
12,
Mr.
but
Wake's
okay.
pages.
Good girl.
Yeah, that was the old heck moment right there.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay,
Here
I'll
we
be
go.
right over, Sheriff.
We're never
Let's
gonna
make
make
this
it to the
quick,
station.
huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
Oh,
We're
please
looking
meet
for
me.
Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who
That
wants to
bugger's
know?
real distracting.
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
You don't
Well,
say.
you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was
dude,
heavily
hot
into
dogs.
diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Ah, coffee. Can't distract me, game. Don't think there's anything else of import here. Ah,
I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
yeah, you do that, buddy. Come on. Randy's dogs. What if they do rippers?
Just follow me. It's
Perhaps
not
snap
far.
dogs? Mayhap just the humble Nathan's all beef, or Hebrew national. Get the do.
Listen, I got things to do. This place don't run itself.
Alright. Ooh, it has a menu. Hot dog, chili dog, corn dog, taco dog, famous dog, big dog, monster dog, belly burster,
Oh, give me a break.
Trailer
mister. Can we
trash
just get a
dog.
move on?
Ganny Claus clam chowder, sparkling river special, Asgardian chicken parmesan, Cauldron Lake deep fry plate, zany chicken fried steak, rabbit food, extra fixins, just ask for them. Free till midnight on Sundays. Dressing, salad, salad with chicken, and salad. Ah. Now I want a hot dog. I just had pot stickers and now I want a hot dog.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in
Jaeger,
Cauldron Lake
not
just a
Jagger.
week earlier. They were lovers.
Oh,
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about
maybe it
this
is
stuff
Jagger.
were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah,
as
anyway,
if that is the
she
grand
knew both
standard
Jagger
for
and
civilization.
Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Huh. Oh, I see Rose has the primo spot round here. Right next to the yard and the dumpsters. Well, I'm just saying, they get more space than any frickin' body else here. Huh. Randolph does feel like actual people, though.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Barry, could you maybe sound a little less heckin' aggressive, bro? But coffee could be hidden anywhere, Trashkin. Ding dong.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake.
Huh?
I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Rose, are you in the same zip code as... Alright.
Hey, this is really good.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Rose.
trust the coffee.
Yes,
My manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's...
Our intrepid heroes, folk.
Barry! What? What?
Time offer would know not to trust the strange people's coffee, but here we are. Poor Rose.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started.
You must finish
I
what you started.
insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Alan,
To work, boy.
stop being a creeper on the field. Oh. Okay. Sweet, merciful.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
Creepy.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Alright, well, we're about to proceed directly out of the frying
Rose
pan.
took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you.
Barry?
A nice day.
How about we help out our buddy?
Come back soon.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
Yes, let's just leave Barry with the...
Deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Barry.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste. Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone.
Oh, joy. Well, you can read me in on the rest. Alright. Remember the rat out, Trashkin? This is the quiz. Oh. First things first. Music volume go bye-bye.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air, and let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me?
No.
It is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know?
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny, Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I can feel it coming in the air
just
tonight?
outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
Again, it kills me not being able to share the music with you, Trashkin, because, well, copyright be what it be. But when I tell you the OST is the best part of this game, I'm not kidding. I still listen to it a lot. It introduced me to Poe, and, well, Haunted still crops up now and again. That was the one that stood out, and Violet Indiana and Kissing Air is still a favorite. Got that sad lo-fi thing going on way ahead of its time. Well, to me, anyhow. Wouldn't be for a few more years that I'd discover the joys of vaporwave and synth. Ah, there's Jerkface. Somewhere a baby cries in the trailer park.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
Oh, joy.
God God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest. You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Slane!
Okay, I understand Nightingale opening fire because Nightingale's an idiot. But the deputies aren't morons.
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
Yeah, disregarding civilians is not a good way to
Barry
continue.
But there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Make it easy on
Yep, not that way.
Don't let him get away. Move it, move it, move it! I'll have your chance if you let him
Oh,
get away.
incidentally, Trashkin, there are going to be flashing lights from here on out because flashbangs are a main component of the game. So if you are photosensitive, please take all due precautions because that will be getting worse from here on out. Oop.
Stop running! We have the suspect in sight.
Son of a...
Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh,
I'm out of sprint juice.
Whoa! No! Stop! This way! Guys, I'm off! Where is he? Wait!
Yeah. Stay in the groove. Stay in the groove. You get out of the groove, bad things happen.
Damn it! Where did he go? He slipped away. Keep an eye out.
Just, stay in the groove. Stay in the groove. You know, things get real hairy real quick. Ah, a manuscript. A sure sign we are on the correct path or we have bumbled into a secondary section.
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
Alright, I'll play.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home.
Still
and
want to say
prison.
Jaeger.
It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the rider on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Oh, God. Well, got no flashlight, got no flares. Just out here in the dark by our lonesomeness. Oh, there's a new problem.
Come in, Agent Nightingale. This is Sheriff Breaker. Over.
Nightingale, over.
What on earth is going on? My deputies tell me you fired a...
Oh wait, not graphics. Alright, we can bring the music back.
And he didn't have a gun. You almost hit a civilian instead. Over.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase. I don't have time for this.
Well, make the time. You can't just go shooting at people in my town. Over.
That does upset local officers in something fierce.
You want to discuss my methods, Sheriff? Make an appointment. Over.
You stay right where you are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on my way. Out.
The suspect was last sighted running along the gorge immediately west of the
Alright, we got nothing up here. Let's see what's down there. The old gauntlet level, Trashkin. A test of skill and tenacity. Mostly tenacity. They give you everything, teach you how most things work, and then they take it all away for a level or two.
Search the area.
Oh yeah, life's about to get real difficult.
This way. Over here.
I must admit, I find the shaky cam bit obnoxious.
I've lost contact with persons you assigned to me. It's waste doing. Wait, are you
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
chasing? If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
Alright. Up we go. Oh, for the love of Mike. And a chopper. And a... joy. Oh, great. Oh, grand. Did Kurt just take out the heckin' chopper? There's something up here. I doubt it. Is that the old gas station we started at? A platform down there. Terrific landscape, though. Oh, hey. Oh, we got lights over there. So that'd be useful. Oh.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, Mulligan, what are you doing? Come on!
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over.
Oof.
I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over.
It's a good call.
Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Oh.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
All right. All this time, we've only come so far. That is a heavy-duty gate fence.
I imagine that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Maybe. Oh, great.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
So, possessed items, fascinatingly enough, in the Maker commentaries, were actually a physics glitch that they incorporated into an enemy. I forget what they were trying to do precisely, but they're like, make it work. I have an idea. What? Let me put something together. Trashkin, while I'm recording this, I'm still playing Shadow Hearts. So after dealing with judgment rings for an hour and a half every week or so.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Sounds like you're stalling to me, game. Huh. There we go. Yeah, that's what you want to see in electrical lines. Sparky discharge. For some inexplicable reason, 3 feet away from the line proper. Or excuse me, 3 inches away from the line proper. Oh, come on now. Incidentally, who lives around a military spotlight? Oh, so that's just gonna run out forever? Ah, that's a cheap puzzle. Like, you're introducing a mechanic. The unreliability generates. That is good. That creates tension, but when you're also introducing the possessed items and such, little much. One aspect at a time, please. What's the snarling about? Trashkin, in this level in particular, I would advocate to you to conserve your battery life as much as possible, to reserve it for baddies. And since these particular possessed items are, you know, still passive burn, your light, even unboosted, does enough.
It took me a moment to recognize
and there's the flashbangs.
They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
And you can carry 6 of them. Bear in mind there will be a loud single flash when we use them, but yeah, flashing lights warning, Trashkin. My advice here? Oh no, they got the deputies. Those poor deputies. There we go. They will just keep coming, Trashkin. I think there might be a manuscript page around here. My sincere advice is, if you're not on a completionist run, GTFO. This isn't a completionist run, but it's nice to have a little jog battle. I was just plain luck. Speaking of luck. So long, jerk face. Oh, is it time to mute the music again? Alright, let's make sure. Music off.
And here's another call. You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off.
Why is there a shirt here?
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Well, might be a wee bit of a busybody, but his heart's in the right place, I dare say. Oh, there's a manuscript page. Well, let's go get ambushed, shall we? Knew it. I might have a little practice with these.
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee.
Oh, God.
Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Poor Rose, Trashkin. Poor Rose. Some of you might not feel that sentiment, or her sentiment, but I do. Had a lot of time to think about that. Boom. Okay. Mineshaft. Walk in light. Oh, thank God. Flares and lithium. Oh, there we go. They will just spawn infinitely. That'll do. That's no good. I can just jog myself all the way back to where we started. Oh, nope, nope, nope. We're there. We're there, Trashkin. Sweet, merciful Pargrisa. Boom. Well, the flashes aren't as bad as I remember, but I'm not photosensitive, so I wouldn't be the best judge. Physics! Look, Trashkin, that blew my mind back in the day. Physics on consoles?
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bother with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
Oh, here we go.
It's a trailer park. Of course you're going to have trouble in a place like that. I mean, what do you expect? The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Well...
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna.
Right there with you, Pat. Right there with you. Believe it or not, Trashkin, yes, I have briefly lived in a trailer park. And for the most part, I found it pleasant, but every trailer park's a bit different. In the way every neighborhood's a bit different. Though, on the one hand, I advocate for, if you're not putting the trailer parks in your area out of business, you're doing housing wrong, but... because ultimately, it's a short-term solution, and if you eliminate the need for it, you're probably doing real well and building affordable housing. But that means tackling single-family housing. It's a complex issue, Trashkin, and I don't have a solution, but... judging folks because they live in the trailer park is, quite frankly, silly and prejudiced. The night owl. Those frickin' eyes. Oh, that's a great routine. I get it. It's monitors or the flash, but like it's so charmingly small town photography. The early bird.
Here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm gonna see if I can talk him into an interview.
Oh God.
Come on
Hi,
in,
Pat.
Mr. Wake.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
I am so sorry, Pat.
You back away from me! Don't hurt! Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him. What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Oh, brother. And back into the frying pan.
Even if it kills me, you hear?
Let's see. Outright options.
You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for reading a book, The Sudden Stop.
Hey.
It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Just in case your eye wasn't drawn to the bridge naturally. Though, like the way it's set up, you have to look at the bridge.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Now, the Nightmare Papers do add just a little bit of extra depth and characterization. They aren't strictly necessary, but if you're a completionist or you're a lore hound, by all means, don't let me rain on your parade. Oh, joy. Boom. No pressure, right? Whew. Shotgun ammo. No shotgun. And a revolver. Which tells us somewhere in this woods Somewhere in these woods is a shotgun. Love only knows where, though.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Step up, step up. Fortunately, you can't aim them, but you make an excellent place to make a defense from. Bye. That's how you conserve shotgun ammo, baby. Okay, I burned 6 rounds for the deal, but... Or excuse me, 7 rounds for the deal, but... Hey! We're alive. Oh, excuse me. Just call me Tex. Okay, that was a can rolling off. Forward progress, baby. Oh.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole.
Hey!
He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
What can you do, Trashkin? Some folks are just natural-born jerks. Over shotgun. How are we doing? 8 rounds of shotgun. Okay. Hi, Al.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. It keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
Trashkin?
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection
Remember
had been terrible,
that.
but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me. The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, It shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Now remember, right up here are some sundry goods. I remember things on occasion, Trashkin. Yep. Alright, full. Terrific. Alright, 2 and 6. Alright. Whoa! Alright, that's enough playing with the locals.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
I mean, barring that, just a place to hold out with light be terrific. Oh no, the pipes!
Pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Believe it or not, possessed objects are some of the more dangerous opponents in the game. Which flares and batteries are definitely your friend. Whew. Woo! They are harsh on the batteries. So before you progress, when you finish with a section down here, I do suggest letting the flashlight regen. Unfortunately, they don't stun like normies. So yeah, whenever you get the chance, Trashkin, let things regen all natural. So you're going to be going through a lot of batteries. And, the fewer batteries you need to pull, the better. Our next manuscript page.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Ooh.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything. And it was getting closer.
All right, baby. We got your grandpa's 3 to 6 D battery flashlight. So, those propane tanks, your best friend in this section. That's fine, that's it.
Did you call 911?
I keep forgetting that soft aim is just as good as hard point aim in this game. You don't get bonus accuracy for it. Taking that. Oh hey, that's a flare. That'll do. You don't want to pay attention if you're running flares or flashbangs, because one's way more valuable than the other. And situationally, the flares are occasionally more valuable. Why did I bother going for a headshot? Not like this game counts them. Don't think. If so, that completely changes my understanding of this game. In the light, you can hurt them. In the light. The light of the Emperor, that is. Oh. Alright, we got flares. Revolver ammo. And more lithium. Well, we're doing real good on lithium right now. Alright, it's time for everybody's favorite show.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Durleth's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Ooh, let me get my beef jerky.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Durleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition. But you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Durleth.
Well, I guess that's the least What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Durleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin
Hey-o.
Durleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
So this one's tied into the last comment from Nightingale, H.P. Lovecraft. Say right there, H.P. Lovecraft. Durleth was contemporary of Lovecraft. I believe August Durleth I think. And the eldritch being they reference with 1,000 young is an homage to Shub-Nigroth, the goat of the woods with 1,000 young. Except Shubby is femme-coded as opposed to masculine-coded.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Ooh, actually. Oh, got supply box over. Alright, I overdid that, I suppose. Surprise! It's a dozer! For those of you not familiar with dozer combat, you need to outrun its steering. Seriously, with heavy machinery, your best bet is that you can turn and move faster than it can get up to speed. Especially if you force it to change direction suddenly. Now, every piece of machinery has an advantage and a disadvantage. Vulnerable points would be hydraulics and tires. However, in that case, tires were out of the option because they did put steel rollers on that sumbitch. Those are used for rough terrain and or things like shale or slag. So the tires don't wear through. They will eventually wear out, but much slower than tires would in that situation. Although, fascinatingly enough, on front loaders, there are also chain mesh tires, which are fascinating. Alright, we got a full 20 lithium on pocket somehow. And we are completely out of the boom bangs. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Coffee go really good right now. I've already had like 5 thermoses today, but that's fine. If I live, that's my cardiologist's problem. Oh. Perfect. Meet, baby.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now.
Ooh. Well, that's pretty. Cover Trashkin? That's where we're gonna be calling the session for now. Because, Trashkin, I know I was aiming for about a chapter a day, but in this case, we're gonna take exception. That's a good session. And you know, sometimes you gotta pace yourself. So, I've been your humble host, Rasp,
I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
I've been your humble host, Rasp the Trashbear, and until next time, I'd like to thank you all for coming out. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed yourself, do feel free to work your way to the comment section if you want to get a hold of me. You can also get a hold of me on Blue Sky. If you feel like dropping a like, terrific. If you didn't enjoy yourself, well, then drop a dislike. You're a big, strong Trashkin. That's your choice. I'm not going to tell you what to do there. And of course, if you haven't already, you can always join me, become a Trashkin, and join me and the rest of the Trashkin around the trash fire whenever you care to by hitting the subscribe button. And grant me what I desire most, your eyes. And of course, I'd like to remind you all to count your spoons, hydrate, medicate, and take care of yourselves as best you can. Don't forget to tell the people you love you give a good damn. Go play some games. Good night, and I'll see you all in the next one real soon.